Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Got a Minute Mini podcast. We're thrilled you're here. Today's chapter is entitled Love in Any Language, and it tells the story of a recovering emotional mute. It'll make sense when you hear it. And then we're listening to a song you can only hear here. It's never been released anywhere else by Anjanette. It's called Beautiful Mess, and you're going to love it. And we'll have her on in a second. She'll tell us all about it. So here we go.
Got a Minute Mini Podcast is a production of Pioneer Dream, celebrating 30 years of telling stories for our corporate, nonprofit, and entertainment partners. Be sure to check out our Dreamers Live podcast, which offers entertaining conversations about living intentionally.
Chapter 22, Love in Any Language. I've been married a minute now, maybe two. And if you've been married for any length of time, you know it can be tricky. As humans, we grow and have whims and change passions and change shapes and discover truths and face crises and lose or gain interest. It's not always steady. Sometimes you end up with someone very different than the one you left the store with, only to find out the return policy is expired. Anjanette and I were relatively young when we got married over that Christmas break during our sophomore year of college. But we'd dated for 3 years, and there wasn't any question that that's what we both wanted. We were very into each other and shared the same passions and ambitions and life goals. People often referred to us as soulmates. We generally responded that we were two pretty fractured people, but when you put us together, we made one fairly decent human being. And we did get lucky. As each defining anniversary passed, we actually grew in the same direction, like two trees stretching toward the same sun, with neither one choking the other out. Case in point, we came back from our honeymoon in matching sweatshirts. A few short years later, we'd burned the sweatshirts and had independently started wearing all black daily. That doesn't happen for a lot of people. Even so, it's not all rainbows and butterflies. The older we get, the more we see that while we are sometimes harmonious, we are not the same. And for that matter, even harmony is often a choice. A couple of years ago, I had a hand surgery to repair an injury I suffered in an accident. I'll spare you the details because I don't want to look like a hero in my own book. But the result was I was at the mercy of my wife as a chauffeur to numerous doctor's appointments. Now, I'm not going to use this platform to talk about the fundamental differences my wife and I have as drivers. It's up to every individual how they interpret right-of-way, turn signals, and loading zones, even if the authorities seem to have some fairly rigid guidelines for them. Who am I to judge what safe distance means to you, 2.5 car lengths? Oh, crap, I've said too much. I love my wife. She was, after all, taking care of me in a near life-ending hand event. On the way home from the emergency room, my soulmate said, "So I've been thinking about the way we express love to each other, because you're pretty bad at it. Like, you're not physically affectionate, really. You're not a big gift giver or anything. And you're not really very expressive verbally." So then I thought, well, what communicates love to you? Like, what's your love language? But then, the more I thought about it, I'm not really sure you have one. I mean, like, I know you love me, but I'm not sure how I know that, Now, if you're not familiar with love language, let me bring you up to speed, because I had to research it. Plus, having this knowledge will make you seem invested in your significant other and not at all manipulative. So back in the 90s, a doctor named Gary Chapman reportedly discovered that we all express and perceive love in one of 5 ways, 5 love languages. The idea is, if you can identify someone else's language, you can have a more mutually fulfilling relationship by expressing love to them in a way that communicates to them. And before you ask, no, apparently spending quiet alone time by yourself is not one of the love languages. I checked. The recognized love languages are as follows. Affirmations. These are the people who need to hear "I love you" out loud. quality time, giving undivided attention, acts of service, receiving gifts, and physical touch, also known as the baby-making love language. Now, you're supposed to look at these 5 options and identify which expression most communicates love to you personally, and then determine the one that seems to communicate love to your partner. I guess the idea here is that your love language might be physical touch, but maybe your spouse doesn't speak that language. So then all those unrequested back rubs you're giving might start to feel more like smothering rather than affection. Or maybe you're big on gifts, but your special someone would rather have insightful compliments than costly knickknacks. Or maybe their view of quality time doesn't include 1 couch and 2 phones. Get the picture? I didn't. I ran through all the options and walked away with a singular discovery. She was right. I don't have a love language. I'm an emotional mute. How did I even graduate high school? I tried to stay calm. There had to be some way through this. I figured I could just pick one. How hard could it be? The process went something like this. I like physical affection sometimes. Okay, that's something. I feel good when people say nice things about me, as long as it's not too much, because then I don't believe them. I enjoy quality time if it doesn't take too long. Gifts are okay, but then there's this pressure of responding the right way. Acts of service are thoughtful, but also a little creepy, and I always feel like I got to repay people. I took a minute to tabulate my results. I like physical affection on my terms, and that doesn't take too long and includes an appropriate amount of verbal affirmation and doesn't want anything in return. Then it hit me. I just described a cat. Is my spirit animal really a house feline? How horrible. I couldn't live as a cat. I hate cats, with all apologies to cat people. Maybe I could be a cat person who identifies as a dog person. What would that be? A poodle, I guess? I prayed to Jesus to help me. This was a dark tunnel. I was under attack. Oh, swing low, sweet Charity. If my wife was right about this, what else has she been right about? Maybe Michael Bublé is a pop singer, and I just haven't been willing to admit it? Then I remembered something. After my hand incident, I was surprised to receive actual communication from my friends and neighbors who were legitimately concerned about my health and well-being. Many of them even checked on me more than once. And afterwards, I felt loved. At least I assume that's what I was feeling. It may also have been the painkillers, but either way, it was nice. So, my love language is sympathy? It feels like that well might run dry. For her part, my wife has started a support group for emotional mutes and the people who love them, i.e. tolerate them. There's no real curriculum, but they do serve cocktails, and that seems to help most people. Well, hello, Anjanette, and welcome back to the Got a Minute Mini podcast. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi, thanks for having me on the Got a Minute Mini podcast.
Hey,
Say that 3 times fast.
Today I'm asking you to talk to us about a song that actually is a real treat for listeners because they can't find it anywhere but right here. It's never been part of a release.
Oh, it's a lost song.
CD or any of those kind of things.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
So the song is Beautiful Mess. You want to tell us a little bit about how that song came to be and what it means to you?
Oh, yeah. I remember that one. I haven't thought about it in a long time. I think it's when I was submitting songs to the songwriting company that I was doing a little bit of work for. So that one, we actually kind of did a simple recording of it.
Yeah.
It basically, I don't know. I feel like the older I get, I don't know if you feel this way, just the less I feel like I have it together.
Yes, right.
And so when I think about life, I don't know, we just have this idea that it's going to be a certain way, and it ends up being kind of a mess for everybody if we're honest with ourselves about it and everyone else.
I think we frame most of our lives in the view of 30-second TV commercial.
So true.
So whether it's Hallmark or whatever it is,
Yeah.
you just think there's going to be a bunch of beautiful moments. And then even the things that go awry, somehow you're going to laugh at those when they happen.
Yes. And I think it's so true. And I think one of the beautiful ways that we can try to embrace that is just by acknowledging that life is messy.
Right.
And even relationships and love can be messy. But I think that was the idea behind the song, was it's one big, beautiful mess.
It's a really pretty song. Well, it is a beautiful song, and I think listeners are going to enjoy it. And it's, like I said, it's kind of a special treat because you can't hear it anywhere.
Yes.
But the Got a Minute Mini Podcast.
Got a Minute Mini Podcast has the secret songs right here, everyone. So.
All right. Well, let's take a listen.
Thanks.
Singing these songs in the same old key. What will ever become of me? Pouring my heart out again in D. Yeah, you've heard it all before. But if I reached up and you reached down, the colors we could make, they would fill the skies within my mind. Finally I would be awake. I'm a mess without you, yeah. I just can't keep it together. I'm a mess without you, yeah. Everyone can see I'm a mess without you, yeah. So let's just be us forever, and you and me will always be one big beautiful mess. One big beautiful mess. My place on this path has a well-worn grooves, but I'm just stuck here waiting for you. Yeah, I'll pray that you'll still remember me. I know you've heard it all before, but if you'd stop time, divide the sky, and I could hear your voice, I could pick things up and move again, even possibly rejoice. But I'm a mess without you, yeah. I just can't keep it together. I'm a mess without you, yeah. Oh, everyone can see I'm a mess without you, yeah. So let's just be us forever, and you and me will always be one big beautiful mess. One big beautiful mess. One big beautiful mess. And you and me will always be, and you and me will always be one big beautiful mess.
Thanks for listening. We'd love it if you would like and subscribe to the podcast and then share it with the people you know. Thanks. This has been a production of Pioneer Dream.